Josh Green here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Johnny Nelson here in Manchester. We're just a couple of days away from the next tournament show with Boxer. How much do you enjoy these occasions?
Oh, I love these occasions. You've got green, naive, young professionals coming into the game with a chance to get the Ben Whittaker treatment. If they win this, they have that little springboard for the public to know who they are and what they're capable of doing. Maybe not as big a bucks, but this is that chance for guys that wouldn't normally get noticed. So I'm excited for them.
It's the word, isn't it? Really, opportunity. These are coming from small hall shows. There are probably a lot of people out there that haven't heard of them, but come Saturday night, they're going to know these names.
And that's why I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them because they've got a chance to show off. They've got a chance to decide how much they want it or not, because it's not going to be an easy night.
And we're off again, Johnny Nelson. You mentioned about the opportunities they've got here. There's a huge cash pot obviously on the line and the chance to fight on Boxer cards, on Sky Sports cards. It's a big opportunity for these fighters.
Pardon?
It's a big opportunity for these.
Yes, it is. And that's what I'm saying. If a fighter can get a contract, that means they're guaranteed a certain amount of fights a year. And that's what everybody wants. Every young man, they're prize fighters. So they want to fight and get a prize for it. Again, and you had 8 fighters in here that seriously believe they'd win. They can win. For every reason. They think, because of being overlooked, they can win. They think because of more experience, they can win. Some fighters have got a target on the back, so they're the hunted. Some fighters are the hunters. They're looking and planning and plotting. So it's a good mix, great story.
Talk about Mr. Sheldon McDonald, one of the fighters going to this tournament that may be at the upper end of the betting odds and a favourite to some people. What do you see in Sheldon that we're going to see on Saturday night?
Not many people know much about him. I know these guys have gone on YouTube and tried to dig up as much information about their opponent as possible. Sheldon, he looks so deceiving. He looks easy. He's not. He doesn't look like he's as strong as he is. He doesn't look like he can box like he knows what he knows, but he does. He's very good at what he does.
You mentioned Mr. Ben Whittaker earlier. Obviously, it was announced yesterday that he would be joining the ranks here at Box, here at Sky Sports. I think it's now 5 Olympians from the last Olympics that are on Sky Sports. Does it show the pull that Sky has still got?
Yeah, of course. Because remember, these guys are going to have the opportunity for the whole world to know who they are. And they're looking at their careers and thinking, I've got a chance to make some money, but also build a brand of myself outside of this, because there'll be cross-promotion. There'll be opportunities for people. Most people have got Sky in the house. Yeah, so there's a great opportunity for people to get to know them.
100%. And with Ben, it was said earlier on the stage, as a Marmite character, some people are going to love him, some people are going to hate him, but either way, he's going to have plenty of attention.
Without a doubt, and he loves that. He's one of those few fighters that'll actually like being hated, and he'll like being loved, but he doesn't really care. And he reminds me of so many fighters from the past. So if he keeps that going, honestly, if he can back up the boast, this kid is going to be something special.
Is that the sort of mindset that not a huge amount of fighters have, but if you do have that mindset, it gives you an edge on others?
Yes, and that's you've got an attitude. Yeah, there's a lot of brilliant fighters out there that nobody knows who they are because you think, why do I want to watch him? You've got to have that saleability. You've got to be a salesman, sell yourself, and Ben's very good at selling himself.
Got to ask you about a couple of recent fights. We'll start off with the weekend and Canelo defeated by Dimitri Bivol. For many, seen as a shock. Was it a shock for yourself?
It was mainly because you're probably used to Canelo always winning, and then he lost to Bivol, and then you think, you know what? I think he boxed below par. I've seen him box better, but I think he bit off more than he could chew. That's it.
Where do you see as the next direction for Canelo? Obviously, he's going to be wanting the rematch, but maybe Triple G third fight might be a more sensible route?
No, I think Canelo's ego will not let this drop. He'll want the rematch and then go on to Triple G. That'll always be there. So will it be at super middle or will it be at light heavy? Canelo might think, yeah, I'll do it at this. And then it could have a third fight. You never know. And then Triple G. The Triple G fight's always there.
Moving on to the heavyweight division, we'll start with Anthony Joshua. Still very much up in the air where we're gonna see Anthony Joshua next. Can you pitch for him to be a Sky Sports fight?
No, I'd love it to be on Sky Sports, but as a fan, I'm just looking forward to seeing him fight. That's it. I'm looking forward to see how this story turns out. But I've no idea where he's going. I've heard stuff, but it don't mean jack diddly. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I wait till I hear it from the horse's mouth. I think we made that mistake when they were talking about Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fighting each other. So now you just think, nah, just wait.
Learned our lessons. In terms of that rematch with Usyk, it was a tough fight, a very tough fight for Anthony Joshua in the opening fight. But does it get even tougher, do you think?
Yes, it does, because now both fighters are familiar with each other and they know each other. Usyk knows what he can get away with, what he can't get away with. Anthony Joshua knows what Usyk's capable of doing. So if you beat someone once, you usually beat him a second time. But Anthony Joshua's gone against the grain and proved no, that's not the case. He did it with Ruiz, and people said he can't do it. So don't be surprised if he does it again against Usyk.
Finally, moving on to Mr. Tyson Fury. I'm sure he's going to be getting calls from the governing bodies asking for those belts back. Do you think it will be an answer, a yes or a no from Tyson Fury?
I think Tyson Fury will want a bit more time before he gives those belts back. Or Tyson Fury is one of those fighters that's bigger than the belts. He's proved he's top dog. So you can say to the governing bodies, yeah, take him if you want. But I don't believe he's retired. I don't believe he's done. I do believe he's probably one of the few fighters that's bigger than the belts.
Well, cheers for your time, Mr. Joe Nelson. Thank you very much.